It's time again for me to share and divulge a logo design project and how I got from A to B in a successful and efficient manner. And this project did throw up a few problems, so let's dive right into it. And sponsoring today's video is Go Visually, the platform perfect for streamlining your relationships with a client during a project. Go Visually allows you to organize client reviews, suggestions, feedback, and also design approvals. And this is all in one neat and useful platform. Learn more about Go Visually later in today's video. So today's logo was for an insurance company named GRI. Now I want to ask you guys right off the bat, if you were going to design a logo for an insurance company, what kind of keywords would you come up with, initially speaking? And the ones that I managed to come up with at the start of the project were trust, integrity, value, professionalism, and just a sense of care and relationship. If you've seen my logo design process videos before, you would know I believe that research and creating keywords is so important. And here's a very quick look at that process today, and I don't want to spend too much time on this in this video. Now you can see how I created initial keywords, then expanded on those words, and continued to create phrases and words linked back to the insurance industry, but also importantly, things that link to the target market of the client's business. The client offered me a really detailed and a really nice background on their target market. Now this is always something I hit home for you guys, is the importance of the target market. In this case, the target market were people aged from around 50 to 80, and they had a fairly high annual income as well. And so here's the thing, here's one of the tricks, one of the most important aspects or factors to a success in a logo, and that is getting into the mind of that target market. You really need to think and try and hack the brain of these people and understand, why are they going to pay money for a service of the client? So in this case, why are people going to lay down money for some insurance? But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's see what else I had on my creative brief. Shape psychology is something hugely important to me when it comes to logo designing, and so I had a rundown of the basic shape psychology theories. I'm going to come back to that later. But at the end of my little information gathering process, I came up with some visual connotations of all of my keyword research and information gathering. First we have the shield, which is a strong, iconic symbol, which does also connotate safety as well. And of course, this is something that's really good for an insurance kind of company. And then we had lock and a key. And I pretty much threw these out automatically because they are really cliche when it comes to safety. But then I had a really interesting idea, and that was the symbol of a phoenix. Now, phoenix is a mythical bird, and it does represent immortality as well, which again is perfect for insurance when you think about it. And then lastly, we had a helix with double helix, which of course is the DNA symbol. And again, I thought this was good to represent life and just longevity in general. So quickly, you can see how I went from the target market of the company, my research, to some visual kind of connotations of my research. So now I had these visual representations of my research. It was time to bring those visual representations to actual visual designs, or should I say visual concepts. And this is where I kind of came into some issues in this project. I was finding it very difficult to actually evolve those ideas to a concept, visually speaking. This isn't normally an issue I come across very often, and I tried to get around this in various different ways. I tried drinking green tea and just relaxing. I took a different approach and, moved my workspace. I went for a walk, and I even tried forcing the design, which didn't work at all in this situation. In the end, I just ended up taking a good sleep and coming to it the next day with a fresh mind and a fresh, outlook on things. And that seemed to do the trick. But before I did that, I should mention the logo type. And in this project, that was one of the easiest parts of the whole process. Because I knew that the client target market was aged around 50 to 80 for the most part. And so I didn't want a modern sans serif font for this kind of design. I went for a serif font that was serious, that was professional, and had some integrity and pride. So this was pretty much the easiest part of the whole project, in my opinion. Always link back every decision you make and everything you design to the target market and to your brief and keywords. And if you do that, you will have a winning design most of the time. So as for my actual concepts, as I said, my favorite was the phoenix. And the phoenix does represent a lot of good connotations for an insurance company. However, the client liked it from a design point of view, but they wanted to swap the phoenix with an eagle, as they thought that their target market would adhere more to that kind of symbol. So what I did was I took my favorite strength symbol or safety symbol, which was the shield. I wanted the things to be really memorable and simple, especially on screen and on the web. So I reverted back to the shape psychology of horizontal straight lines. These are calming and these do evoke a sense of tranquility, which again, that's good for someone who wants to be in a safe environment of buying insurance. So what I did was I took the symbol of an eagle wing and I laid it across the shield. The end result was something I was very, very happy with. And I think it's a very strong and a very memorable design that you can easily imagine seeing representing an insurance company. So it can be messy dealing with many emails when working with our clients. However, you can streamline this whole process and also appear more professional by using one resource. And you can bring your clients into Go Visually, and this will allow you to share ideas, receive feedback, and also present revisions. One key aspect of this platform is that you can keep all of your revisions organized in one space. Not only that, but you can also mark and add notes to your designs, as can everybody else who you bring into your project. Now, Go Visually elevates the experience for the client and also you as a designer, and it makes the project process a whole lot easier, and the mobile version is fully optimized. So to learn more about Go Visually and how to organize your projects with a client, click the link down below. And also, do remember to subscribe to Satori Graphics for weekly graphic design content. And until next time guys, design your future today. Peace.